Made it.
You finally made it.
I made it.
Thank you, friend. Took long enough. I know you're big and famous, but you finally you pulled up from, was it Buena Park?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Pulled up from Buena Park just to bless us. So for those who don't know, who is in the building right now?
Josh Gomez, man.
One and only. You know, I mean, Buena Park's finest.
Made it. Yeah.
Oh, you pulled up, dog. That's what's up, though. Thank you very much, man. Thank you. We're gonna get right into it, Josh. First of all, man, did you grow up in Buena Park?
No.
Where'd you grow up at? Talk to me.
Here, bro. I'm
Oh,
from Long Beach.
oh, sorry, damn
Yeah.
disrespect.
This is my city, bro.
He said,
This is my city.
You said grew up here.
Yep.
Oh, it's,
All over this.
oh, excuse
All
me.
over this shit, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, so damn, your whole life mostly?
Yeah, I just got out of Long Beach like 5 years ago.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I was here forever, bro. I grew up literally all over, from downtown, east side, Fialdo. I've been all over this place.
Oh,
All over
you said I hadn't done the damn thing. Now I got the cut on.
the whole thing. So
Damn.
it was my time to, get out, try to get a little more space,
Have you ever lived anywhere else?
I lived in, like Los Alamitos for a little bit, because that's where I went to school.
Oh, so you've only lived in California?
Oh yeah.
I
Only
don't
Cal.
blame you.
Oh,
You know what?
yeah.
I talk all that shit, but I don't blame you.
I mean, I'd love to live somewhere else now,
Yeah.
But yeah, just I've been here literally my whole life.
Damn. Yeah, that's true, because I remember meeting you a while back with Plane.
Dude, so I was driving here and I was trying to think about that. I was like, when did I meet Kai? Like, because I know I've known you for...
Yeah. I skated with you randomly with Plane. It was me, you, and Scott Kane.
Okay, so I was probably like 19, 20.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's, see? And then I left. I just was visiting. And then I came back.
Where did we go? Like,
We went to a rally. We skated the ledges on the outside of Rally Park. I don't know why I remember all that. Because Scott was like on his little comeback thing for a little bit.
Yeah, I
And
remember he
filmed a little
did.
line.
Yeah, I remember. I totally remember that.
Yeah,
those,
that's
like,
why.
those ledges that kind of like...
Yeah,
go
they
in
kind of
circle.
curve in. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a photo of Scott doing a backsmith like that. I just still have it. And
No
I'm like,
way.
yep. Because
That's
I remember
sick.
that, because I'm like, that was his little comeback John right there.
Yeah, that was like dude, I spent a lot of time skating with Scott around then. Like, a
Crazy,
lot.
see?
That was when I met that whole, Plane and all those guys. Like,
Oh, wow, really?
yeah, literally. Yeah.
Damn, your experience was much different than mine.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
For
man.
sure.
Yeah, I met Plane in Philly. He was my neighbor. He
Really?
lived right behind me. That's when like Bootleg and Baker and all them guys.
Oh, that's
I didn't know shit though. Like,
really.
yeah, he lived behind me at this big ass dog named Mickey. Used to come to our house and knock over shit, come back in his house, because our backyard's kind of connected.
Okay.
Yeah, so his dog would just come in, like he had like this big sandlot ass dog,
Damn.
and he'd come in, knock all the skateboards over, and just peace out.
Yeah, I think he just came here, like, I don't know if he moved here, he came and visited here, and then all of a sudden he just stayed, and he was just filming Scott a whole bunch, and I was just with Scott, so I was like, okay, I'll come skate,
Yeah.
That's pretty much just how I met him. But
He always wanted to be a team manager somewhere.
yeah, he did. He was team managing a little bit for Stereo, like Syndrome distribution in San Diego, because he got me plugged up at Stereo for like, that was like the first time I really got like direct flow boards.
Yeah, he's a good guy like that. Like,
Yeah.
he's definitely, he did that for like action for people
Yeah.
back on the East Coast.
Yeah.
No, for sure. Damn, see? Like I
Yeah.
said, see, come on, dog. I know you, dog.
No, yeah, I remember that day. I think Scott, I forgot what the line was. Scott he did like switch crook regular. Fuck, what did this little do?
I think he did a nollie big spin back nose.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
that's it. Yeah, switch
Yeah,
crook
I was
regs.
like, I was such a fan. I was like, oh my God, he's skating again. Because I didn't really know him.
Yeah.
So that was so cool. Like, I moved out here like such a fan. I was like, oh my God, look at all these pros everywhere.
Oh yeah, I bet.
They're everywhere.
Yeah, they're literally.
And then you live here, you go, yeah, they're everywhere.
Yeah,
Like,
you go numb to it.
Yeah, you're like, okay, there, hi. You go to the grocery store, you say, what's up? Like 50,000 people. Okay, I got it, man.
Yeah.
See ya.
No, yeah, for
Yep.
sure.
No, it's saturated with it. But no, it's cool though, man. I was so hyped to see him do that. Like,
Yeah.
and then shit. Like, I don't know, like, he's probably hurt. Isn't he hurt?
Scott?
Yeah. I feel like he was recovering from some injury or something like
yeah,
that.
he's got a bad ankle.
Yeah.
Like his ankle's just, it's
Listen,
good sometimes.
go watch his bootleg part.
Right.
Go watch his 401, the Mikey Taylor issue, and then shut up.
Just educate yourself.
Yeah, you don't
on
have to
Scott
ask
Kane.
him. That's all. There's certain dudes I'm like, what do you really need to do? Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the Barry video.
Yeah.
Like, all right,
Yeah.
let it go.
I grew up around all that, man.
That's so crazy. So I
all
guess
that.
I have to ask what got you into skateboarding, man.
Oh, I had
You just
everyone
enthralled in it.
Everyone's favorite skater. I probably watched them growing up skating. Like I had the best growing up you could have.
Yeah, you definitely did. Jesus.
As far as like, kind of just seeing all these like high level dudes skating, like literally. I mean, Eldo, dude, grew so many damn skateboarders.
Oh,
it's crazy.
Hold on.
Too far. There we go.
Had to tip it up a little bit. Come on, folks. This is bare bones.
We're
this
figuring it out.
This is out the basement. You know what I mean? Please, I just be figuring shit out. Everything is just a learning experience.
No,
but
that's good.
Back to what I was saying. Damn. So yeah, you got to see so much then. That's crazy. So I watch you skate though, but who influenced you the most? Because you skate a specific way, and I don't really know how you skate. It's like a weird way you catch your stuff.
Honestly, I don't know. I took a piece from everyone that I was around at some point, like inspired by every single person, whether it was Scott or Romar or dude, everyone.
Yeah, you had to touch it. Yeah, because I'm not like because it's not like I look at you like you skate like this dude. It's just like you just got this thing. I'm like, that's crazy.
I've always just wanted to kind of be able to skate everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just didn't want it to get boring, So I'm like,
shit.
Let me learn some transition. Let me learn the ledge. Let me learn how to skate a drop. I don't know,
Oh, so when you were a kid and you were around all that, were you thinking about like getting sponsored right away?
Nah, I was just with the crew of people, like young kids, and we would just go to the park and just skate. Literally, we'd go to Eldo and just skate the hip and skate the bank rail and stuff like that, and just get like influence from the people showing up. Because the night sessions at Eldo, you would see everyone, man, literally everyone. Like you talking Romar, Julian, Nidgar, Brian Price, you know who that is. Dude, Terry, Darrell. Like,
damn.
I saw everyone.
Yeah.
I saw everyone before they were anyone. Yeah.
So you got to watch that. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, bro. And when I think back on it, it's pretty insane. And how all of them kind of made their own, like stomped their own little path, and like people, noticed them and stuff. But we all were from the same park.
Whoa. Yeah, and that park is crazy.
It's terrible.
I cannot, but you know what though? But it's like, that's what you had. So that's what you skated.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, if this is what California was littered with, I would never be here. But the East Coast was like that too. So, I mean, it's just funny how it's evolved, because now the parks have changed and kids got better.
Oh yeah.
I mean, but then now it's like cool to go back and skate that, like the older, crustier
park,
stuff.
Dude,
yeah, so it's like
you
get like Nick Garcia, who just does whatever he wants there.
Yeah, dude, have you seen him skate Eldo?
I'm like, what is any of that stuff?
It's not like half of the shit he does. It
doesn't make sense, and it's hard. So like, it's already hard enough to skate the thing he's skating.
Yeah,
and then the wacky shit he did on it, it's hard to do. Anyway,
dude.
Yeah, that guy's he's a beast.
Nick's a legend.
He thinks out the box,
like
so
100%.
Dude, that's crazy. That's so. Dude, you had a heavy influence of some good guys.
Yeah, and it wasn't even like, oh, I want to be a pro skateboarder. That's just who I saw. You know what I mean? Those were just my local people that I saw, and I grew up with fucking beasts, bro. You know what I mean?
Did.
I grew up around Haywood, Mikey Haywood, and like Jocelyn, and like
that's true.
It's like
Jocelyn, my God.
I just had to like.
He called me. So I don't want to skate today. You're jumping down.
Oh.
Again? Didn't you do this shit yesterday? How many stairs was that?
That shit's just natural for bro, man.
Oh my God. Yeah. See now.
Yeah,
I watched that. I'm like, oh, that's a lot of time in the air.
Still going. Too.
Yeah, he's still hucking.
Oh.
You be hucking too, man. Like, God. So with that, I don't know. What was your like? I don't want to say what was I hate to like I don't know what was the thing where you were like, damn, I'm really want to do this shit. Like I know you saw that, but it's like there's just like a moment in your head where things just kind of click for you. Where you're like, okay,
Yeah.
this is a little more than just like a I'm watching these guys. Now I want to be in the mix of it. Like when did you get that like real
Well, like
where you get on the other side of things? Like you know what I mean? Where you go from a fan to being like, oh,
yeah,
like that oh moment of like, okay,
yeah.
probably get a little something in there, a little hat and ring.
When I think about it, I'm like, I mean, I rode for like skate shops when I was young, you know, like that was like my first, like, oh, I can get sponsored, you know,
Oh
like I
yeah.
rode for skate shops, but from like maybe the first time I got a sponsor was like 15 or something.
Mm-hmm. Was
And
a little
then,
shop sponsor of the
yeah,
shop.
I rode for, it was called Riot Skate Shop, and it was literally across the street from Elda. Yeah,
What?
but I think that might have been my first shop sponsor, yeah. And then that ended up turning into like Identity Board Shop.
Okay.
And then Identity's kind of still around a little bit, but
That's sick.
yeah, but that was the first shop sponsor. And
Dude.
and then I mean, I didn't nothing really happened for a pretty long time. I would get stuff from homies or like every now and then maybe a rep will send me some boards or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I really would just like I would hang out with Romar, and Romar would like give me old boards and like
Oh, you were
old
just like the
shoes.
homie flow like
Yeah, I
that.
was just like the little
Yeah.
homie, you know. And so I didn't really need much, I guess. You know, I was just
Yeah.
my homie sponsored me. You know what I mean?
And that's got to be a weird. I always think about that. It has to be a weird situation where like it's harder to stand out where you're around so many people who are really good.
oh, bro.
So it's like, where do you begin? And then also you forget sometimes because if you're around the right people, they'll just kind of bless you with stuff. So you're
For
like,
sure.
you don't really think about it.
You
You're
don't
like,
have to
oh,
chase anything
yeah.
because you're
You're
like,
like, I don't really gotta chase it. My homies will give it to
yeah, I
me.
got boards, I got shoes,
Yeah,
I got, you
you're
know,
all right.
yeah,
So it's like, yeah, that's always a weird thing.
yeah,
I wonder that for people like you, where it's like, where does the drive come from when you, not that you don't have to, but it's a different kind of where like, yeah, you could push yourself if you wanted to, or you could just kind of kick it
yeah.
where you're at. It's like,
It was
what?
just natural. Like I don't know, skateboarding was really all I did. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Like from really young to like that was all I had was skating, my homies, like so I just did it, you know. But I really didn't have like the like oh I can like be sponsored and like
mm,
turn pro and stuff like that was until around the time when I met you.
crazy.
Yeah, I was about I mean it was literally because playing, you know, got me hooked up with stereo and
Mm,
I was like oh shit. Like some people actually like want to hook me up like direct flow and like want me to do shit, you
yeah.
know. And then that's literally what kind of opened it for me. It was late, bro. Like I might have been 20 years old, 21, you know? Like
Whoa. And I
yeah.
get that. Like I think about it. I'm trying to think about it from your angle. Like, yeah, I get that because if you're just like I said, if you're surrounded by so many people that are already doing it and they're just kind of hooking it up, there's no real reason. Like you'd have to want to do that
Yeah.
because there's no real you wouldn't have to.
Yeah.
Whereas like from the East Coast, there's not many like that. So
Yeah.
I'm not surrounded by that. I have to be that or my friends have to be that, you know, and
Right.
and we're all struggling on that.
Yeah.
So that's such a crazy take on that, but it makes sense. And you're surrounded by so much more talent. So
Dude, you know, like
you
when
just
you grow up
are.
with Jocelyn and you're like, maybe it's not something I need to do. Like this dude's really good, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I don't think I'm that good, you know? So I was like never like I said, it just really was natural for me. I was just around the right people that were like, you know, in the mix and I was just there. I just kept showing up, you know?
Bro, that's exactly
just
it.
kept showing up, yeah.
Yo, what does it say? It says talent, hard work works when talent doesn't work hard or something like that. Whatever it is, you just all I know is you just keep pushing at that. It has to work because people are gonna see that work, and they did,
Yeah.
and that's cool, man. Like, was you got a board on Mystery, right?
Yeah.
Did you have
yeah.
one on a company before that or no?
No, Mystery was the first time I got the opportunity and I was there for I don't know, 6 or 7 years.
Yeah, you rode that into the ground because
yeah, literally.
they just like quit on that. What the hell is that all about?
Uh,
I have to ask because
no, of course,
the
bro.
whole thing was listen. I liked Mystery back in the day, like when they put that little thing out in the zero section. That was cool, and they
Yeah.
were doing all right. Then they went out of business like
Yeah.
companies do, and then they pick back up. And I was like, okay, well, what's this now? And they tried to drag Dan Murphy out of the ditches
Yeah.
and make it seem like he been jumping downstairs.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, he hasn't.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
niggas needs a shot.
Yeah.
Like,
No. He was like getting hip replacements and stuff when I was there.
Like, I'm like, I have friends that know what's going on. He ain't.
But dude, believe it or not, he still had like when I was there, his shit was selling the best. It was like he doesn't have to skate anymore.
Yeah,
he's got fans forever,
bro. And again, this is no slight. Like, if it comes back to him, like, Dan, switch Smiths on rails when you did it was swaggy as hell. Like,
Dan's a legend.
Switch flips, like, yeah, he's buck. That's what I'm saying. He did it. Like,
Yeah.
no one's looking at that dude like, man, I wish he'd come out with a new part.
No. No.
Wonder what he's been up to. Like, no, it's called life.
I think when I was there, he actually did drop a part, but it was like
Had the old footage.
Yeah, some of the clips were
Yes.
pretty old, but dude, like
yeah, it's still he did it. He still did it,
and people loved that shit.
That's fine.
They loved it, you know. So it was like, dude, I was like, I wish I could be like you.
Yeah,
I want to be like you.
I was like, man, that has to hurt. You're like, oh, that's a lot of misses you had to take to get to that.
Real,
East Coast
bro.
crust ain't friendly.
He was all jump too.
Yeah,
like,
he was
big jump.
all big jump.
Big jump.
I was like,
yeah.
damn.
Yeah.
So yeah, with that, so okay, so you got on Mystery. How'd that even come about?
So let's see.
Because Scott wasn't
I wrote
involved
for Stereo
until after.
No, yeah, I wrote for Stereo, just kind of skating with Scott, and then I don't know what happened there, and somehow I ended up getting like Plan B flow because I was skating with Jocelyn and those dudes, and I rode that for a while, and I mean, while all of this was happening, I was meeting all kinds of people, you know. I ended up meeting Sierra Fellers, like I think it was here, maybe at Sherry or something, and so I would just kind of keep locked in with him, and one day I was just like talking to him, and I was like, "What's going on at Mystery, man?" And he's like, "Dude," he's like, "You want to come over here?" Like, yeah, sure, you know. And then it just kind of, that's how I got in, you know, which is crazy. It was just the right person, right time, and like Sierra was literally one of my favorite skateboarders, you know.
Yeah, he's good.
That I didn't watch growing up, you know, like I would watch him on TV. I'd be like, damn, like Sierra's, you know, good flick, you know, good style, like. And he's still fucking
really
good, bro.
Good.
He's so good. Like,
which is weird too.
Dude, he's inspiring, bro. He's so good. Like, he still has the same drive.
Yeah. I'm like, why are you still really good?
He just like, I remember asking him about it, and he's like, this is what I want to do. Like, I just can't stop. I can't stop skating. I'm like, fuck, respect, bro. Like, yeah, he's so good. I filmed him at that, you know, that new Blue Park they filmed? They made? Dude, he's filmed him like fakey flip that thing, switch bigs for that thing, switch flip that thing. I was like, dude, this is like a 20-year-old skateboarding. He's probably like 36, 37.
Dude, still getting after it. Yeah. Some people just have it locked in. I'm like, woo.
Yeah, it's
God bless you.
Right.
Yeah. So okay, so you were on Mystery for said 6 years.
Yeah, something like that.
And you had a couple of boards on there. That was sick.
Yeah. It was literally like, you know, shout out Sierra. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even be here.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So
that's
I love
awesome.
that dude. That dude's awesome.
I remember that night. You were so hyped. I was like, yo.
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah.
That moment when you see your name on a board. It's okay. I told you, just go ahead and own that, man.
Yeah.
If like I hate when people act too, not people, but it's like, never mind the people that got it, but other people act too cool about it. I'm like, listen, I don't care who you are. The moment you see your name on the board, hopefully it's a company you like.
Yeah.
Like that part. But like that's a different emotion because you know if you did the work,
dude,
you know what it took to get that.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like that should make you feel a certain type of way because you did the work. If you did the work right, you should feel some type of way like, damn, like shit, yeah, I earned this because this took a lot right here.
I was beyond grateful.
Like, that's what I'm saying. So it's like, big up yourself, man. Like that was cool. I saw it happen and I was like, this is so awesome because got to watch the progress. I got to see all the big huck and everything in between. And like, you know, it's like, that's just what it is.
Yeah.
So you got that, you know, put that shit on the wall, get to show your mama.
That shit's on the damn wall.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, that's fine. It's okay to be like, yes, I work for this shit. Like,
I genuinely took that shit with pride. You know, I had dude, it was all I did. You know what I mean? So, and I was around, I think I was 26 or 27. You know, so at that time,
Mm-hmm.
I was like kind of up there, dog. You know, like there's people ton
Now or
of
never. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
like what's going on? You know, I'm like
Yeah.
maybe I don't. You know, and then the opportunity came. You know, so like I was at that point where I was like, okay, it's not.
And
You know,
what's the worst that can happen? Like, who gives a shit? And also, the way life goes, it's like things just keep trucking on, man.
yeah,
And you'll be mad you didn't do it.
for
At the end of the
sure.
day, you'd be like, damn, like, I could have done this and had this thing knowing that I worked for it, but I was too cool to take it because I felt like somebody might not think I deserve it or whatever.
Yeah,
And
no,
it's like, bro, the reaction was well received. Everybody showed up and showed out for you. So it's like, see what I'm saying? It's like there's people out there that saw what you were doing and said, "Yo, this is you deserve this shit."
yeah,
That's how it's supposed to be. I don't care what company it's for, big, small, whatever it is. I look at it and correct me if I'm wrong. It's like I think it's like the mafia. You got to be a made man to make somebody else. Meaning like
for
you
sure.
got a brand or whatever. It's like you got to have something behind that is going to make this person, that's going to give them that feeling that like they earn that shit. Just you printing some shit up on some random whatever. It's like, no, man, what's behind that, man?
Yeah,
Why? Like,
yeah, yeah,
does this scene approve of this dude, or is he just
yeah,
popping out of nowhere?
yeah, yeah,
And then when that happens, I think people, they think so grand scale. Like, oh, if this ain't in CCS, this ain't gonna be it. It's like, no, man, it's your group, your tribe. We want to celebrate you.
yeah. No, for sure.
The people that actually give a shit, that seen you out there at the skate park, at the skate spot, at the skate shop. It's like, oh damn, yeah, that was the bull.
Yeah, no, for
That's
sure.
what it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
That's what it's that like. And so I'm glad you did that because that was really cool, man.
yeah. Thanks, bro.
That's awesome, man.
Appreciate that.
You know, and you got a Lambo after that. That was sick, dog.
Fucking mansion.
Yo, it's nuts.
I got
I can't
all the
believe
money.
that.
No, yeah, it was. I was pretty like I was pretty determined, especially at the time. I was like, it was like a weird time for me. I was like 27. I was in the middle of like I was around my dad a lot because my dad was like really sick and he was like kind of, basically, not it wasn't going good for him, and so I was just motivated. Like I wanted to get it before he couldn't see it. You know what I mean?
Bro.
And so that was my drive. I was just he believed in me so much. Even when I was down bad, like I was like, all right, like I got to do this, and I'm just watching him, not get any better. So yeah, the time I had where I wasn't, caregiving for him because I caregived for him for a long time. Uh, I was just trying to skate, and I got it. I got that. I got that. I
See?
got that moment.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
got that shit.
That's what I'm saying right
So-
there. It's like, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's something behind that gave it a little drive. Like, all right, you know what?
Oh, bro.
It's going to be that last
Yeah.
time I'm going to give it to him.
Yep. Literally.
Bro.
Yeah. So I basically fought for that shit. That was my drive. Like I was just like, I need to do this. For me. But
Yeah.
for my family and like, just to
It's yeah.
be
Hey,
proud
it's
of this shit.
okay.
Yeah.
It's all right, man. It's
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Like that's all right. And I mean, you got to show him though.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Dude, it was
bro.
crazy. I mean, it was insane. Yeah. I got to show him. I got to show my grandma. And
Bro.
I was raised by my grandparents. My dad kind of came in a little bit later in my life, but he still supported me when he did come in, and so my main objective was like show my grandma, show my dad. My grandma was my great grandma, so she was in her 80s when I got the board. And
Whoa.
yeah, and uh, pretty short after that they ended up passing, but I was just like, okay, that it was just my main goal, man. I was like, I just gotta show him. I gotta show him. I still got the photos at my house. Like that moment I fought for, bro. So I'm really proud about that shit.
Hey, that's
I'm
what's
really
up,
proud.
man.
Yeah.
Yo, hey, I feel you on that, man.
Yeah.
I remember that same deal, man. I showed my pops my board, and he was in the hospice care, and I was like, this is some crazy
Similar.
shit. He didn't even believe it. He's like,
Yeah.
who's stupid enough to do this shit? No, I'm kidding.
No.
But it's just, yeah, that moment though, man. It's like, that's what I tell people. I'm like, yo, it's okay to work for something. I feel like we get. I
How
feel
is
like,
it not? You know, like I'm
well,
not. It seems like crazy not to.
it's
Yeah,
well, people feel like it's too cool to do it. It's too cool to say that, like, oh, you really want something, like, or
yeah,
it's like, or it's taboo
yeah,
to be into something to the point where you want to be, noticed. And
yeah,
it's weird when it gets like that, but for those that get it, I'm like, yo, it's okay. It's okay to say, yeah, man, I took this moment and I worked for it and I made this a thing I wanted to do.
yeah. I felt like if I didn't have that mindset, you're never gonna get it.
Yes.
So it's like, for me, it was the other option was not an option. You know what I mean? Like I was just, I'm gonna work hard. Maybe it's the Cali build. I don't know. You know, where I'm just like, I think it's cool to work hard for something.
Hell yeah.
I think it's crazy to
Shit.
expect that shit to land at your door. You know what I
No,
mean?
man, you
So
gotta work. Yo,
you gotta work.
well, when you were on there, oh my god, so you went to back to Mystery.
Yeah.
They took you. You went to Philly.
Yeah. Yeah,
Hey, I
bro.
had to talk about it.
Mystery introduced me to the East Coast, bro.
Yes.
And
Yes.
bro, I love Philly. I love Jersey. Sometimes
We
I'm like,
wow.
I want to live there.
We
Like I'm
wow.
like, man, I love that shit.
Come
I
on
just
through. We wow.
I think it was the perfect time for me to be there because it kind of brought me back. You know, it's like you remember, like it's just people there, just the vibe, the skating, everything's so genuine. You know, you're like,
Oh yeah, we crazy.
that's like what you grew up on, and now over here, it just kind of like,
Well, because everybody gotta be nice, and everybody's like, "Oh, you're great.
yeah,
I love your kickflip. I
yeah,
love your pants." Oh,
yeah.
it's like this is so yeah.
Yeah, I went twice. Fuck, I don't even know how many years ago that was now. Maybe like 4.
That Wawa gonna get you.
That Wawa got me.
Yeah,
that Wawa got me. We stopped every day.
bro. That
Got a
Wawa will
Wawa.
get
I mean,
you.
shit, you got all the
Yeah.
options. You're like, I'm gonna get a sandwich. I'm gonna get a brownie. I'm gonna get some chips. Like,
You all right?
dude, all carbs too.
100%. There's not a salad in that place. There ain't no
All carbs.
It's all sugar and carbs,
I know.
as it should be. You're just fueled by it. Get yourself a nice big gallon of water and be out on your way,
Literally.
bro. And soft pretzel on the way out.
Yep. I got the
Bro.
soft pretzel.
I think it
Oh,
was
bro.
you, and then I think TJ went out there, and and between the two of you guys, I was like, "How much y'all weigh, yo?
Dude.
How much you weigh when you come back?" He's like, "Bro,
Yeah, I think I was
and I get
skating
you.
every day.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
It's just carbs.
Yeah,
Just eat
don't
carbs.
I probably
Carbs.
gained like 10 pounds just out there
Yes.
for a week, bro. Just living
Yep.
off bread. Yeah,
That's
man.
all that is.
Yeah.
Because I thought my life got exponentially healthier when I moved down.
Oh, bro.
It was weird. And I was like, oh, that's what it was. I wasn't eating Wawa every freaking day.
It's so fucking hard to drive past that damn shit too.
You got to get something.
Yeah, we did
Soft pretzel, bag of chips. I need something.
something.
I got to stop and get
I would
something.
do it too. I'd like sit in the van like, nah, I don't need nothing.
Yeah.
And then I'm like,
Yeah.
just get a pretzel for later or some shit.
Yeah. You go, yo. I'm telling you, I don't know, Wawa is messing up because they should have sponsored skateboarders a long time ago.
I can't believe we don't have here something.
No, they would burn that. They would boycott that. You can't have that many carbs in one store like that.
Yeah, I guess it's like 7-Eleven. But our
7-Eleven. 7-Eleven is so bad.
Yeah, it's so bad.
No,
So bad.
I haven't been in a 7-Eleven on purpose in so long. Oh my God. No, thank you. Not since the pandemic. I'm like, okay, no, I'm doing better in life. I'm not going to the 7-Eleven.
Don't take me there.
No, it's always, and every time I go in there, I always regret it. I always go in, I'm like, man, there's some shit going on. Why am I even here?
Yeah.
Yep. And then
Buying a fucking $4 bottle of water.
yeah. And I'm always just
doing?
staring at whatever's in that glass rolling around,
Oh,
whatever
God
that thing
damn
is.
it.
I'm like,
Just
what
look
is
like,
this?
what is that?
Is that a chicken wing?
She's been there for like 4 or 5
Yeah, I'm
days.
like, yo, how long's that been rolling around on that metal bar?
Those motherfuckers don't care in there.
They
just-
do not care.
Until somebody's like, yo, there's something growing on that shit. You should probably throw that shit out. But yeah. So,
Yes, so East Coast, you got to experience it.
Oh, bro. So
Oh,
sick.
man.
And I went with like all my homies, you know.
Yeah, who'd you go with?
I went with Dave Bohack. I ended up meeting, I mean, I knew Tyler prior to going there, but I like met, Tyler Nelson. You know Tyler, you know T Nelson.
Mhm.
Yeah. And fuck, I can't remember the whole crew. I just remember how sick the energy was.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
it
man.
was just, we were
What
out in
time
the
of the year did you
streets.
go? I forget. Was it summertime or no?
No, definitely not. 'Cause
You
it
died.
yeah, it wasn't hot. It wasn't. We actually like it was like perfect weather. We were like surprised. Both times I went too.
Oh,
I mean,
sick.
one time it was fucked up humid, so I might have gone in the summer, maybe the
Yeah,
second
summertime will
time.
cook you.
Yeah,
Like they're redoing Muni, and I'm like, man, it's gonna be done for spring, but then summertime's gonna hit. Woo!
bro,
Hot.
Muni was fucking sick.
Yeah,
That
that place is different. Just the vibe there.
yeah,
You're like, oh, this is different over here.
yeah, and it was like kind of towards. I think it was like towards the end. The
Mhm.
first time I went,
Oh, okay.
they were already starting to like close shit off and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Well, we got to cruise around and shit. It was amazing,
Dude, just in your footage looks just everything.
bro. And that place is so hard to skate.
Yes, I try to tell everybody.
So hard to skate.
As if you're from California, I'm like, listen, you're never gonna the ground. You're gonna die because it's all tiles,
Yeah,
and they're
no.
all different sizes. And if you don't know where to go,
You're done.
you're gonna get Mario
done.
bricked.
Yeah, you're done.
I've
Yeah, I
seen-
wasn't built for that when the first time I went. The second time I got a little smarter.
Yeah, you gotta plan your routes.
Yeah, the first time I think I showed up with some 51s. Like,
Oh, you tried to get cute.
mm-mm,
Nah,
mm-mm.
no, thank you.
I'm on 53s now because of that.
Yeah,
Because
gotta
of
make
that
you
trip.
switch it up over there.
Yeah.
They know where to ride at though.
No, yeah, they knew the paths. And
Oh my
you could
God.
tell, you know.
Yep. Jesus.
But dude, it was sick to be around and like finally get there. And we went to that other plaza, what's that shit? Like right down the street from it. It's got the curb, the ledge that people grind up to stay.
You know what's funny? I never skated that because we didn't skate that when I lived there.
Yeah, I think it seemed like it was like, okay, Muni's kind of, let's go fix this place. Like Muni was kind of,
So I never got to skate that because we didn't skate that when
wasn't even a thing yet.
No,
Yeah.
it wasn't.
Wow.
Jeez,
Now it's like, dude, the whole damn ledge is waxed, you know?
Yeah, I
Both
see.
of them,
I was like, well, damn, people do tricks up that thing now. So,
yeah.
but they're redoing Muni in spring anyway.
Really?
So that's Vans is helping out, and
Really?
they're redoing the top part. They're putting like a granite domino up there.
No
and like,
way.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
I saw like a, I forgot who posted. Somebody posted like some plans that they were doing, and it just looked like.
No,
was
they're
like,
doing it.
I was like, oh, that looks like it's still gonna be skatable. Because
Yeah.
I didn't know that like Vans was like helping out.
I was like, just fix the ground.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean that there has to be something there. You know what I mean? Like that's like the mecca. Like you can't not have something there. You know, like
man, I wish you would look at it this way. It's like, man, back in the day, that whole that little area in the middle was so much to skate because you had Muni, City Hall, and Love Park. Now there was a time when Love Park was around, it was never Muni. You used to never be able to skate there. Like,
really?
I mean, never. Like never, because that's the municipal building. Like the glass, that's where the security guard sits. He just sees you.
Yeah.
He's gonna see you walk around and kick you right out.
Yeah.
And then if they take your board, it goes right down. It goes there. Like that's just.
Yeah.
You're right there.
It's done.
Yeah, so no one even bothered to even go over there. I don't shout out to the Penningham Sabotage kids. They just barged that one day. They were like, we can't stop, won't stop. They just kept going.
Damn.
Because you could never do that. And we were sorry, it's cool. We just do. I mean, you couldn't even skate through that place.
Really?
Like that's how serious it was. Like nothing was waxed there. Nothing was touched there. Like
that's crazy.
Back in the day, like Fred Gall does a line there, but he doesn't skate into the ledges. He ollies up onto something, does a flip, and does a heel flip over the trash can because you couldn't even get over there waxing.
Yeah.
Like you just get kicked out immediately.
It's insane how much like it changes over.
Oh
time.
yeah, and then
like dude, there's full.
Oh my God!
Like it's
Penny will move
free for
tiles
all.
and shit. Yeah, I'm like it's like the Hood X Games over there. It's crazy.
Bro.
And then City Hall, they used to have it across and so across street was City Hall. City Hall used to be so smooth it was like riding on a coffee table.
Oh man!
And the city sandblasted it and messed that up. And then they just kept. They didn't even skate stop. They just got rid of Philly's different. I tell us all the time. Philly just gets rid of stuff.
Yeah.
They say, we don't got time to skate stop.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Let's just get rid of it. Gone. That's what they did. They said it's gone. Like everything over there, 100% of it, gone.
Yeah.
And
can't really think of stuff that was in that
yeah,
zone.
you're
Like
not.
that like black curve ledge. You seen people skate that curve ledge, but that
Yeah,
seems like it came oh shit
it's okay.
way later.
Yeah, it's like a lot of no that stuff. See, some of that stuff was just there, but no one really cared much about it because we had Love and City Hall right there. So
Yeah.
it's like you would just skate there if you could. And Philly used to be a pretty skatable city. You used to be able to go around the whole city and skate. But again, Philly's like, you know what? We don't like this skateboard stuff. We need to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Did you go to Payne's while you were there?
Yes, I
Oh
did.
my God, that place is a $4 million disaster.
Dude, I was so confused when I got there. I was like,
What the
what
hell
is
is this?
was it a plaza park?
It was a waste of money.
Like it's cool, I guess. You know what I mean? Like it's just it's
it was downhill, it was crooked. I'm like,
yeah.
who looked at this and said, nailed it?
Yeah.
That's what inspired me. That was my last, actually, that was my last straw to move. Like once they did that, and I was like, this is all I got left.
When they build that?
Oh my God, before 2015. So it had to be like 2012, maybe.
Yeah, I don't.
But we, oh my God, we bonded the whole place one time because of the cracks. And I was like, I'm never doing this again. And I was like, I'm
Yeah.
done.
No,
I can't.
yeah.
$4 million.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I don't even like.
No one even
What's
goes there.
there?
Nothing now.
It's all
Just crime.
Yeah. Like I see what they build, but I'm like, I don't. 4 million?
Yo, $4 million to
kinda
build
wild.
that shit with a bunch of ledges. Nobody even skated.
Can't even really skate.
No, no, people hate it. I'm like, like no one even goes there as a default.
I
That's
think-
how I know. That's how you know it's bad. When people are like, man, we just rather not do anything.
I think we just parked there.
Yeah, people go there and look in there and they go, yikes, and they
Yeah.
leave.
Yeah.
It wasn't riddled with graffiti like that, but you
Yeah.
know, time does it to it. So like, what you gonna do?
I'm surprised it's still there.
So you went to Philly. Did you guys go to New York at all?
No, do we? I don't think so. No.
Oh yeah, you remember that.
No. I've been to New York like separately, like with homies, but not that time. That
Do you
time
think-
was like strictly Philly and
Mhm.
Jersey. Just Tyler, like Nelson, showing us every spot he could think of. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Which is dope.
Dude, that's so sick.
Yeah, Tyler's so sick.
Lots of heel flips. That boy,
Dude,
he's driven.
like real skate rat.
Yeah, I was
Real
like,
skate rat.
damn, I'm always like, that dude's always skating. I'm trying on Instagram, like, this motherfucker's skating again. All right,
Always.
get after it.
Yeah, I met him through plane.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, old T Nails. Shout out T Nails.
So now you're doing you're on trade now. I just saw that pop up.
Yeah, so that
What's that all about? How'd that come about?
dude, it was let's see, I gotta think back. Kind of like when the mystery stuff was kind of ending.
Mhm.
We had people, we had a sales guy and a couple sales guys and stuff like that, and we were out of Chapman distribution in New York.
Okay.
And so that kind of ended, and we were already talking a lot with Greg and Glenn at Chapman and stuff like that, and they were kind of just like, yo, what happened? You know what I mean? And we kind of told them the deal. And then the sales guy that was at Mystery, his name's Anthony Brown. He ended up kind of like, was just like, dude, we've been doing, because he was there for like 7 or 8 months, like kind of at the end, but that's when we actually started picking up the most. We were doing a lot of sales and stuff like that. So we ended up learning, everything. I got to a point where I was doing like team managing at Mystery and stuff like that.
Sick.
Yeah, so we were just, when we got kind of let go or whatever the hell even happened there,
Yeah, are they even done or what's the deal?
they told us they were selling the brand, and they
I
were
feel
like,
like I still see boards.
yeah, no, they're definitely still boards.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's kind of a
All right.
kind of weird shit, but
Typical.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so what happened was Anthony kind of reached out to me and was like, dude, we should like kind of just do something else. And at the time, I was so like kind of like annoyed, and I did a lot of Mystery for all that time. I was like, getting new dudes on, a whole bunch of shit. So I was just kind of like a little bit petty, I was like, man, I'm kind of over this shit. I don't really kind of like, I just want to skate. I don't want to think about trying to get on something or riding for something. And he just put it in my head. He was like, I think we can do it. You know what I mean? We know all the shops because we were doing everything, the sales, so he's like, we could totally do something. And I was like, yeah, maybe. And he just, dude, that fool's resilient. You know what I mean? He was like, got to a point where he's like, no, I'm going to make something. You know what I mean? And
So people got to create, man.
yeah, you need dudes like Anthony. Shout out Anthony. He's, like I said, also if it wasn't for Anthony, I wouldn't even be around anymore. So all these people inspire me to keep going and shit. But yeah, he ended up reaching out to a couple different people, and we ended up kind of really locking in with Greg and Glenn Chapman. Like after telling them the whole deal, and they were like, "Yeah, dude, I think you should start a brand out of here." Like, and so Anthony got a name and got the whole production made, and then he was just like, dude, like, why don't you just come here, like we're gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, regardless. So I was like, I'm all right, I'm down. And he was just like, yeah, I'll give you, I have like equity in the brand. So I felt a little bit like, okay, this shit's mine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is dope. Like now I don't feel like somebody could just call and be like, yo, you're gone. You know what I mean? So I felt like, Anthony was, pretty much laid it out for me to be like, there's something here for you. And I couldn't say no to it. I felt like an idiot if I were to say no to it. So I just jumped on board, and him and Greg, God gave me the opportunity to have a board again and equity in the brand. So I was just like, yeah, let's fucking do it.
See,
And then
this is the transition, man. That's
yeah,
all.
and then I was able to, kind of like bring a couple people from Mystery over, which was like really that's my main drive, to create opportunity for people younger than me now, because
Exactly.
I've done what I wanted to do, you know what I mean? And now I'm like, damn, I'm still here, so like I mean, might as well put my shit to use and start giving opportunities for others. So yeah, I learned that at Mystery, and then when I came to trade and I have the opportunity to still do that for some, I had to take it. That's like, that shit fuels me, man. It fuels me to create opportunities for others at this point, of my skating. And so that's what I did. And then trade fucking got made. So it was meant to be.
See, that's sick, man. That's again, that's what I'm talking about. It's like being able to create an opportunity for somebody else.
Oh man.
It's like, yeah, it's cool to get your name on the board or whatever, but man, I'll tell you what, there's no feeling than being able to just like be like this to somebody.
Yeah, dude.
Bro.
That's
You're like,
said,
this is the craziest thing. You're like, this is about to be someone, like, I don't know. It's someone's first board. Like, there's all these little things that go into it. If you care.
Just to even support someone, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like that's a key thing. Like making someone feel like they're supported. Like that's a cool feeling because you know how it feels.
Exactly. So I was one of those,
That's what
so
I'm
if
saying.
I could do it for someone else, you best believe I'm gonna try.
Yeah, that's see.
So yeah, that literally, we just launched the brand like a month ago. Then I had like a little Instagram introduction video, and we just actually dropped one yesterday for my homie Matthew Para.
Oh, sick!
It's my little homie, my little bro.
I do rips.
Dude, he's so good.
Okay, sick.
Yeah. So that came out yesterday, and I mean, people seem stoked on it, man.
And that's all it is. Like, and that's, I mean, now it's different now because there's so many ways to just get it out there now. You don't have to do so much. I can be like, hey, look, couple clips. We're gonna make this thing go. Like, a lot of times people give too much worry into it.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, it's gonna be this, that.
Oh, dude, I was that guy. Yeah. You know what I mean?
We all are that. Yeah. You want something. When you want something to look right, you get like, okay, how's this gonna look?
Yeah.
You look at it like, okay, this and
yeah. I even when Anthony was showing me what he wanted to do, I was like kind of skeptical. I'm like, oh, I don't know. But he just brings me. I call that shit skate brain. You this shit you make up in your head of like all these crazy insecurities.
This
and
person's
shit.
Not gonna like it or whatever, and like they weren't gonna like it anyway.
Yeah, and you're not gonna please everyone, bro.
Yes.
So just do your thing, And Anthony was that guy for me. Literally, he was just like, dog, like let's just do it. You know what I mean? Like, why are you so worried about it? If it works, it works, and if it doesn't work, at least we fucking tried.
Nailed it.
So yeah, he just fucking got me like to get that shit out of my head and just focus on what's in front of me and not pay attention to outside shit, and it looks good. I'm fucking stoked. Like we just dropped, we opened 20 shops, like just straight from the jump. Like, and it was just Anthony, and Anthony just brought me, and I brought a couple of my resources, like the dude who films me, Austin and Para, and like it's just something small with not huge expectation, and it's ended up into something fucking dope, So it's amazing, bro. I'm really stoked to be a part of that stuff, and yeah,
Damn.
yeah,
See?
feels
Came a
good.
long way from the kid from the skate park, right? And now
Long
you're looking at the kid in
way.
the skate park like, you the future, dog.
Yeah.
You can do it. Grind
Yeah.
that rail. You can
Yeah.
do it.
It is a trip to think about for sure, man. I can't like I'm 31 years old right now. Like I can't believe I'm still around in it. You know what I mean? From like I said, the kid at the skate park watching the
Isn't that
Romars, the
crazy?
Durrells, the Scott Canes. You're not gonna think you're still around. You know what I mean? Like
And now half of them are like, now they're all like people you just know now.
yeah, they're my
And
homies,
that other weird thing, like, oh, I just know these people
dude.
now.
I like Scott was like the best in the world in my eyes. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't even talk
He
to
was
him
no slouch.
at the park. Like I would just be like watch him. You know what I mean? Then he ended up opening the door for me, you know. Like he literally plugged me up with Plane gave me an opportunity. If it wasn't for Scott, you know, I would have missed out on a lot of those things. So
Oh,
yeah,
that's right. He was over, not to track back, but he was over at Mystery for a little bit, right? Helping
yeah,
out.
he did TMing. That's how I got the job.
Damn.
Like that's how I ended up getting the job. So at the time Mystery was kind of like slow, there wasn't a lot going on, and I would tell like the, you know, the brand manager like, yo, we need to get someone in here. And at the time I didn't have like, I was just a skater, you know what I
Hey,
mean?
you're
Like
busy skating.
yeah. And I was like, we need to get someone in. And I was like hanging out with Scott so much. I'm like, dude, Scott, like try to get this. Like I'll try to throw you in there. And the dude running Mystery was like, yeah, Scott Kane, sure. You know what I mean? Like, let's do it. And so Scott was in there, and that's how we went to Philly. Now that I remember, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Scott took us to Philly and met all, you know, that's how we went over there. But I think he was there for a year and a half or something like that. And once he left, it started dying again. And I was like, nah, like I'm gonna try to pitch myself to these people and see if they'll, you know, let me do the TMing. And that's basically what I did. I was just like, well, I watched Scott do it for a year. Like I think I got it. You know what I mean? And they were like, okay, yeah. And at the time, Scott was like transitioning from because he was about to have his third kid, so he was
He a little busy.
Yeah, he was a little busy. He was a little busy, needed to make a little more money. So he went to what is he like a what's it called? Real estate, like a loan officer, right? Or something
Oh,
like that.
okay.
Yeah, so he kind of just jumped into that. And then I felt like I was like, okay, I can do this. I would literally watch Scott do all this shit, and Scott would talk to me about all these different things. So I felt like I was doing it already.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's how I became team manager slash skater at Mystery.
Oh,
Yeah. So
that's sick.
yes, just Scott.
Knowing all the roles. See, you learn as you go, though. That's
Oh,
the thing. You're
dude.
learning, and then also that you're like, damn, I used to watch this dude at the park, and now it's like we're figuring this company thing out together.
Yeah.
All that stuff kind of it gets trippy sometimes when you think about it. Like, okay, so
Yeah.
this dude was just at a different point in his life, you know, than
Yeah.
I was, kind of thing. Like I could get there, you
Yeah.
know, as far as the skate thing goes or whatever. And I think that always gets me sometimes. You're like, oh, I just know this dude.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I'm working with this guy to do this. And you're like, oh, okay. Like you're a regular guy like me. Like,
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%.
yeah, sometimes that stuff just kind of gets you like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is life be life and for everybody.
For sure. Don't slow down
Like,
for no one, man. It
that's
don't
the-
matter who you are.
Bro, you
Yeah.
ain't lying.
Don't matter.
So let me think there. So now you're doing the trade thing. Well, that's cool, man. Like, so that's like that's your baby right now.
Yeah, I mean, got equity in it. I'm like, it's mine. It's my baby. You know what I mean? Like it's not. I'm just not a rider. You know what I mean? So it's cool. It feels good. It feels good to have something going. Like I said, it's just about creating opportunity for others, and I don't have too big of expectations. We're just having fun, and it's just working. You know what I mean?
I think that's gonna have to be what it is for. I mean, that's what it's got to be for everybody, because what good would it be? I don't know. These big brands, I don't see much of that sticking around too longer.
Yeah, especially boards. I think
Yeah.
board brands. It's hard. It's hard for them, especially now. Like that, I know all this back end stuff. And
Well,
like,
everybody. Well, living out here, yeah, you realize you're like, oh, I have access to everything.
yeah,
Like you really do. Like it doesn't take long to figure out that you're like, oh, okay. Like if I just know a couple of key people, I can just get this going, and it's not that hard because it's where you live at.
no, yeah,
It's the people that live in other areas that they can't just go to LA. They can't just go to Mexico or San Diego or whatever and just get whatever.
right.
And you're like, oh, it trips you out too when you deal with people from other countries. And you're
For
like,
sure.
oh, how much is a board?
Dude.
Or whatever. Like you got to go do what to get a board?
Yeah. I went to Barcy like in September.
Oh yeah, how was that?
It was amazing, amazing. I went to watch Jocelyn just destroy the whole place.
Oh
You
my
know,
God,
just
that was
just on some
probably.
homie trip, and it was me, Jocelyn, Para, Devin Lopez, and we just, yeah, it was dope. Got to go to all these spots that no one really skated, and dude, Jocelyn was just on a tear. So it was awesome to be there.
What is that like? Why? I mean, I I don't know. It's just like I've seen his video parts, and I'm like, damn, that stuff just looks big, no matter how you film it.
Yeah,
And he does a lot of that. So
yeah,
what's it like going on a trip with someone like that? Like, is he skating every day,
yeah, yeah. I
or
mean,
how does that? Like, I don't know.
we
Like,
were there for 3 weeks. I think he probably took like 4 days off,
he just gets after it
and
sometimes.
every day we skated, it was more than one clip. You know.
Oh,
Yeah,
jeez.
yeah. He's inspiring, bro.
Well,
He's
it'd have to
he's
be. I'd be like, damn, I got to do something now. Damn it,
Jocelyn
you
is,
again?
yeah,
Like, ain't you tired? Go to Starbucks or something.
dude.
Ow.
He gets you up, man. He's like, yo, let's stretch, let's fucking go. Like,
Like, I
Jocelyn's
can't see the
different.
bottom of this.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Just
That's
trust it, man.
literally.
Just catch that kickflip. Oh.
That's Chris. Grip tape. I'm landing on that shit. That's the
He
mentality.
definitely, that you can tell that's his approach. Like, well, board hit my feet.
Oh yeah, he'll stick anything as long as it's close. Like he's gonna try to land on that shit.
Oh my God.
It's real life determination. Like it's real life. And yeah, he's a machine, bro. It hardly it. There's times where it doesn't work, but that's rare. The determination's so high. It's like it's just a matter of time until he cranks it.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
That's got to be crazy when he doesn't get something. I used to see like,
oh, it's like a glitch.
yeah, like when you see dudes like top tier dudes not get a clip, you're like, whoa, like
Yeah,
that was crazy. What you, like you,
yeah. It's
you're
like
like,
a
damn,
glitch.
what took you out was that right now? And
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna come back and get it. It's gonna be even crazy.
Oh yeah, he doesn't. I think there's like I don't know how many times that he hasn't landed a trick, even if he has to go back. You know what I mean? But at some point, he's
Yeah.
gonna land that shit.
Some people get hyper fixated. Hey, I don't do nothing like he does, but I'm hyper fixated. I'll be like, listen, this little flat bar, the skate park. I'm telling you right now, I'm coming back. I'll be back tomorrow
No, I feel
when
it.
my speaker is charged and I got some wax.
Yeah, no, I'm
But
the
everyone's
same
got
way.
their little battles like they like.
For
Like,
sure.
you just get so like worked up. Like, man, I done got hurt on this thing.
Oh yeah.
That's the worst. You're like, now I have to come back. I think I drew blood.
Yeah.
It's
No,
serious.
I feel it. I definitely took a little bit of that from Chris. I try to like only go filming on the weekend. Just try to like let my body be chill, you know. But if I try something and I don't land it, that whole week is like,
Yeah, don't you? Yeah, it gets in your head, right?
yeah,
You're
I'm
like,
like, yo, like I need to go back Saturday or whenever the fastest time we can go back. I gotta, get this shit off my fuking head.
it's kind of a good thing though sometimes because then in your head you've worked out all the kinks like this whole week. You're like,
Oh
all right,
yeah,
if I roll up this way,
yeah,
if I
yeah.
go that, like you just think of every little thing. Like, okay, tighten my trucks on this one.
A lot of the times I'm the second. I have to come back. Like honestly, you know what I mean? It's. I mean, I'll sometimes I get shit done the first time, but a majority of the time it's like I gotta feel that shit out. Like
Listen, I
I
tell
gotta
my
go.
filmers, you better grab a Snickers.
Yeah,
It's
get
gonna
ready
be,
to post.
get
dog.
ready, yeah, get a little chair. You want to call your wife, tell her you're gonna be late. Tell the kids you'll miss them.
No,
We're
yeah.
gonna be out here in the struggle. Sometimes I get a first try. I try to act like I meant to do it, but usually it's the old pop and pray.
Man, pop and pray.
That's
and
right.
Fucking for hours, bro. Thankfully, I got Austin next to me, and Austin fucking is always trying to juice
That dude
Yeah, Austin
is
kills me.
so. You talking about Austin Hillman?
No, oh no,
Or-
Feliciano's the dude that films me
Okay.
and Par, and then.
I was like, oh, I do Austin.
But yeah, he sticks with you. You know
That's
what I mean?
cool. That's the thing too. If you got a good filmer, that's another one. Like if you're a good filmer, I don't care if you're holding an iPhone. If you got a good filmer, that's a big deal.
That's a blessing.
Because that'll make you, for me, like if I'm filming with somebody, like I have a couple friends that film and I'm like, okay, I already know this is gonna be good.
Oh yeah.
So now it's on. It's
Oh, yeah.
showtime.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Oh,
in.
yeah.
Like
Oh, yeah.
count me in, baby. We cooking now.
Dude, just getting a filmer is a blessing. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's not a lot of people got that. just right there. So
No.
if you got it, take advantage and have a good time.
Listen, I'd be ducking. My filmer's 2 doors down. I'd be ducking him like the police. He'd be like, "Guy, let's go get the clip." I'm like, "Oh,
Tomorrow,
I'm busy.
Tomorrow, man.
He's always like, "I got a spot for you." I'm like, "Oh." I'm like, "I'm 45. Leave me alone."
Leave me alone.
All right, I'll do it. I looked at a spot yesterday. I have delusions of grandeur. I just looked at this spot yesterday. I'm like, this thing is too high for me. But it would look so cool if I could do it.
Yeah.
It's still in there. It doesn't go away. I'm
Oh.
45. It does not go away. It's going. You think it does. It doesn't.
Yeah. No,
Sometimes I wish it would.
try to accept, because I'll still huck every now and then, you know what I mean? But the shit that I looked at when I was like 20, you know.
Oh, well, yeah, you got to think.
Yeah,
It's chess, not checkers now. You don't be stupid.
Yeah.
Some people will get, I've seen some people do some stupid shit in their older years. I'm like, why? What was that for? Like, you didn't need to do that.
As much as you think you can or should.
Yeah, sometimes back off a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, because even if
at
you
the
make
end
it.
of the day, why?
Yeah.
Like, why? You don't have to do that.
No. That's why I stand on this. I told everyone this. Put out at least one solid video part before you die that you, I don't care if it's the best at your local mani-pad, whatever it is where you're like blood, sweat, and teared that one out.
Yeah.
A 2-minute part of this is where I was at.
Yeah.
That way, when you can't do it, you'll be like, man, remember that time I was...
Oh, I do. That happens to me even right now.
Yeah.
I look back at like clips, and at the time I'm like, man, I don't know if this is that good. I look back and I'm like, damn.
Yeah, you did that.
Not bad at all.
Yeah,
what was I tripping on?
Because at the moment you're like, this is you're thinking you're in your head.
Yeah.
Speaking of clips, actually, man, my favorite one is funny, most controversial one, the big spin over the bump.
Kirchart gap.
Yeah, I thought that was sick. I forgot that you did it, and then the other homie did it,
Taylor Kirby.
Yeah. And I was like, damn, both y'all my friends.
Yeah, dude, Taylor Kirby's one of my favorites too, man.
I was like,
so good. He's so good.
I was like, oh, well, whatever. Sorry. I was like, I like you both.
Yeah, I was. Mine was like in a homie video, and just kind of, I was coming up, you know, like I was 21 at the time, you know. Oh, but yeah,
it was sick though. I was like, damn, I don't know how you tweak all that. God, what was that like? That thing looks big. I've never been there in person because there's no need for me to be there. So
at the time, I was big spinning so much, and we were working on No Hope, you know, that homie video, and I think we were just kind of in the mix of like who's gonna have last part. And at the time, obviously Jocelyn was in the video, and we're like, well, everyone's gonna expect Jocelyn to.
Yeah, don't put him.
Yeah, like
that's cool.
So honestly, that's
put him in the friend section.
Like, I think we were just watching.
Cut him out.
Fucking alien video, and I just saw Heath's thing, and I'm like, what the fuck? That looks like the pyramid to flat at Eldo. Like, I can probably try to big spin it, you know. And then we just went the next day. It was like that, and it was probably the fastest I've ever landed a trick in my life.
Oh wow!
Which is rare, you know what I mean? But I was probably like 7-8 tries.
What?
Yeah,
did you ollie it?
Yeah, I did.
You did?
I ollied it.
That probably felt crazy.
Yeah.
But
But like,
being just...
I threw the first big spin, and I was like, yeah, I can do this. Like, you just, it's long, you know what I mean? If you're used to going fast,
you have the juice to do it.
Yeah.
Just trust it.
Yeah. So I just caught a couple, and then I think at the time too, like nobody was skating that spot anymore because there was there was the landing, and then you actually hit the wall. But before the wall, there used to be like a blue trailer, like a container or something. So like people stopped skating because there wasn't a lot of landing.
Oh, okay.
But honestly, I didn't hear about that till after I big spinned it. So when I big spinned it, people were like, oh, like, yeah, nobody really skates that much anymore because the container. And like literally,
you just never thought about it.
I never even hit the container. I just big spinned it, and I just rode off to the side.
He's like, it's nothing, dog.
Which, you know, like it was not. I just out of sight, out of mind. I didn't even think about it. You know what I mean? Like I was just like, oh, I'm gonna big spin this. I'm not looking at the wall or anything like that. And then eventually they moved the fucking container, and then that shit was, you know, it kind of came back.
Yeah, game on.
Everyone was skating it again, you know.
Jeez, that thing looks so big. I was like, my God.
Yeah, that was that
was sick, dog.
The one that opened the door for me, you know. Like
it need to. Yeah. You would open the door. Like, damn.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, what?
Appreciate it.
That's the seat, but that's what I'm saying though. It's just like, it's like that. Like, I mean, granted, it only took you a few tries, but all my tricks are struggles. But it's like, but that's sick though, man. Just think about, okay, so with that, think about learning that, like when you were a kid. That's all that stuff I told him, like, yo, man, you might have did that, but think about, like, man, you taking it back. You're like, oh, man, when I was a kid trying to learn this shit.
Yeah.
And now you think about what you've done, and you're like, oh, it's okay, folks. Like,
Yeah.
if you work for something, it's all right.
Oh, I'm proud
It's
as
like,
fuck about that one.
no, that's
for sure.
cool, man. That's cool.
Yeah. And like I said, that was a rare occasion because I went back like, a couple years later, tried Impossible. It battled that shit for 3 hours, didn't land it. Like, felt like I got hit by a goddamn truck after.
You're like, I got this.
I should probably not touch it no more.
Yeah.
You know?
That's how fun. That's something happening. You're like, I can come back and just do all this now. Like,
Yeah.
this is so hard.
Yeah, like what the fuck?
Oh.
So yeah, I think I went back, tried Impossible today. Jocelyn front heeled it. Jocelyn front heeled the shit out of that damn thing.
That's insane. Yeah, see, no, I don't need friends like that in my life.
Yes.
Too much hang time.
Yeah.
Too much hang time for me.
Blessing and a curse, man.
Yeah, so yeah, you know, get you pushed into it.
Yeah.
So what's next on the horizon then? Now that you got trade going on, like, what's going on?
Man, I'm just really
what's going on in life? How are you feeling?
I'm just putting a lot of energy into trade, you know, and trying to just hustle and enjoy what I got, you know. Like that's really it. I'm grateful to be around still. You know, I'm at that point. I'm like just stoked to be around, stoked that I get to see my friends like introduced to a brand, stoked that, you know, we get to eventually go on these trips, and that's, you know, and ain't the expectations low. I'm just grateful, you know.
He's like, I'm giving out Lambos.
I'm giving out Lambos.
See, that's what you gotta tell people. Just get in front of Lambos and houses just to sign on.
Just to sign on.
I would love it, man. That'd just be ridiculous. If I ever won the lottery, I would probably do something wild like that. If I had like $50 million, but you know what? I'm gonna start a brand and just be the Master P of skateboarding.
Oh yeah.
And be like, oh, you signed on for me?
Oh yeah.
Lambo.
For sure.
Ams get Lambos.
All of you.
Just so I can call them Ambos. You all get Ambos.
Yeah, I would definitely do some shit like that.
Yeah, why not?
For
just
sure.
be ridiculous. Just
Cares,
like, all right,
man.
go broke in a year.
Yeah.
Just everybody.
Give a shit.
Like those old shows, like, well, what happened to them? Like, he started a skateboard brand. Everybody gold-plated skateboards. They didn't even work. It's too heavy. He wanted to ball out.
Yeah.
Gave everybody Ambo. What the hell is an Ambo? He just wanted to be able to call them Ambos. Like,
yeah,
that would be me running it.
100% be me too. Man.
Yeah, why not? You got it. Jeff Bezos, look, hire me, man.
Right? I was just like, give me a little,
give him some
bit of it. I can go pass it to someone else.
Well, Josh, look, thank you so much, my guy,
bro,
for coming through finally.
Yeah, bro.
Finally pulling up.
Thanks for having me.
You know what I mean?
Sorry it was so hard to get here, but I made it.
Yes, you did make it. And before you go, like what's the brand? Tag everything. What's going on? So where can they find this stuff at?
Yeah, just follow Trade Skateboarding at Trade Skateboarding. That's where we're at right now. I think our site launches in the next 2 weeks. Right now, we just got boards to shops and just kind of letting the shops kind of do their thing. But yeah, site's open in 2 weeks. Follow it, support it. We're just trying to have fun, man. We're just having fun.
I love it. And on that note, we out.
Hey.